Another April Fool's Day has come. God help us all. But instead of playing an obnoxious prank on you all, I wanted to take this holy of holy days that I absolutely just fucking hate with every fiber in my being, and share with you some of the best answers to Tyrion's joke. You know the one.
Once walked into a brothel with a honeycomb and a jackass. The madam says...
Don't blame me for this. I asked the lovely folks on Patreon for an April 1st video. I am innocent in this creation. Except I went with the idea, typed it up, recorded it, spliced it up, and put the video on YouTube. Also, April Fool's Day is probably the only day I could get away with making a video like this, so I'm taking it. First off, there is crude humor in this video. No delicate muffins are allowed. Alright, I literally scoured the internet for the best responses to Tyrion's joke. It took me years to come up with this list. So here we go. Number 1. I walked into a whorehouse with a honeycomb and a jackass. The madam says, "What can I do for you?" I said, "I like to rub this honey on my testicles and have this pig lick it off." The madam responded, "That's not a pig, that's a jackass." I responded, "I was talking to the jackass." Number 2. I walked into a whorehouse with a honeycomb and a jackass. The madam says, "What can we do for you?" And Tyrion says, "I need a woman to lay with, for mine has left me." The madam asks, "Whatever for? And what's the deal with the honeycomb and the jackass?" And Tyrion says, "My woman found a genie in a bottle, and he granted her 3 wishes. The first was for a house fit for a queen, so he gave her this damn honeycomb. The second wish was that she have the nicest ass in all the land, so he gave her this damn donkey. But what about the third wish?" And Tyrion says, "She asked the genie to make my dick hang down past my knee." "Well, that one's not so bad, eh?" says the madam. "Not so bad? I used to be 6'3". Number 3. I walked into a whorehouse with a honeycomb and a jackass. The madam says the price and leaves me in a room with some ladies. I gave the whores a choice between the honeycomb and the donkey as a tool during our lovemaking. The whores proceeded to choose the honeycomb, not because they hated animals or that the honeycomb was sweet and delicious, but because there was no room for another giant cock. Number 4. I walked into a whorehouse with a honeycomb and a jackass. The madam says, "Are you looking for a trade? We're a brothel. You need money." "No, I'm here looking for work." "What makes you think you have what it takes to work in a brothel?" "Well, I've been told I have a sweet ass." Number 5. I walked into a whorehouse with a honeycomb and a jackass. The madam says, "Do you want a drink?" I replied, "You bet my sweet ass I do." Number 6. I walked into a whorehouse with a honeycomb and a jackass. The madam says, "No need, sir. We have enough sweet ass right here." Number 7. I walked into a whorehouse with a honeycomb and a jackass. The madam says, "What are you doing with a honeycomb and a jackass?" I said, "I'll wager half of this delicious honeycomb if you can make this jackass laugh. If not, I'll take an evening with one of your girls, free of charge." The madam says, "I'll take that bet." Not too long later, and a loud and clumsy "ee-haw" laugh is heard from the jackass behind the curtains. I say to the madam, "Very impressive. Double or nothing. I'll give you the entire honeycomb if you can make the jackass cry. If not, I'll take an evening with 2 of your girls, free of charge." The madam confidently exclaims, "You're on." She disappears once more behind the curtains. Soon after, the madam emerges, leading a jackass with tears flowing down its face. She has made the jackass cry. Astonished, I ask, "How were you able to make this jackass laugh? Then cry." The madam replies, "I told him my pussy tasted better than the honeycomb. Then I made him taste it." And finally, number 8. I walked into a whorehouse with a honeycomb and a jackass. The madam says, "Why did you bring an ass into my brothel?" I replied, "I was looking to trade it for some time with one of your girls." She asks, "Okay, but what about the honeycomb?" I replied. I own a honey farm, so I wanted to trade for some food. The woman, perplexed, asks, why don't you just eat the honey? Same reason I brought the ass. I was tired of having the same thing every night. So there you have it. Happy April Fool's Day, and be thankful I didn't play a prank on you. I could have gotten really vicious. Instead, I brought you joy. Big thank you and props to all those that came up with an awesome ending to Tyrion's joke, because I really doubt D&D are ever going to end that joke. So thanks for watching. Please like the video, subscribe, and thanks for indulging me, like you always do.